Hi, I'm Cassandra. Welcome to the Luminousz Ztarr channel. Mwah.
Here's the thing about narcissists. They will create chaos and conflict out of nothing. They will generate a problem out of thin air. They will start making accusations of something you did or did not say or something you did or did not do and start a fight with you. And a lot of the times we'll hear people say, oh, it takes two to tango. But when it comes to a narcissist or abuse, this is not the case. It only takes one person to be an aggressor, not two. And narcissists are masters at creating chaos and conflict. You'll be walking around having a merry day and poof, there's a problem. And all of a sudden you're being baited into a conflict that didn't exist 2 seconds ago. And the thing is, once they create a conflict, now you're almost forced into it. Even if you don't react, they still will perpetuate a narrative that there's a problem. They will continuously smear you behind your back. They'll dog whistle you from afar and act like they're not doing anything. Even though we become fluent in dog whistling, they will take offense to slight to something that you didn't even do. Nothing is happening. They're creating chaos out of nothing. And now suddenly you're in a fight or in a war that you didn't even sign up for. What? What is happening? Narcissists need chaos to feel relevant. And they can target anyone at any time. It doesn't matter. So if someone's trying to bait you into a conflict, here's my advice. Pay them no mind. If the conflict never existed, then neither do they.
So people can be diagnosed with pathological narcissism. Destructive narcissism cannot be diagnosed because it's not featured as a clinical narcissism in the DSM-5. So if you're dealing with the cluster B personality type in your life, he or she may not have been diagnosed. But when it comes down to your experiencing the relationship, I'm pretty certain it probably doesn't matter whether they were diagnosed or not. But we want to stay away from diagnosing people. But I really wanted to do this video because sometimes we can get caught up in that relationship with a cluster B personality type. Sometimes we don't realize that he or she has been diagnosed. Sometimes we don't realize that he or she has not been diagnosed. Pathological narcissism as well as destructive narcissism are both unhealthy narcissisms, okay? But you can only find one in the DSM-5, as I stated, which is the pathological narcissism. But here's what's interesting. Depending on who you're dealing with that has a cluster B personality type, he or she can show signs of a rigid personality and a semi-rigid personality. So the semi-rigid personality are usually those who have a cluster B personality type who show signs of the destructive narcissism. Those who have a rigid personality type, right? They are the ones who show signs of pathological narcissism. These people are usually the ones who have a cluster B personality type that have a strong sense of entitlement.
5 ways you can mess with a narcissist's head. Remember, the narcissist has a cycle of abuse. They are the cycle of abuse. The cycle is love bombing, gaslighting, and the discard, with smear campaigns, flying monkeys, ghosting, breadcrumbing thrown in between for good measure. The narcissist thinks that you are a done deal. You're not a done deal. Disrupt the cycle. Number 1, by definition, the narcissist is disordered, so they hate order and organization. So you stick to time, get your life in order, show that you are stability itself. 2, when the narcissist is going on and you're setting up to tell you all the things that you are not, get up and leave the room. Go for a walk, have a shower, do something, clean the cupboards, whatever, do something. Leave the narcissist stranded. 3, if they call you names, like you are stupid, you are fat, you are ugly, you are lazy, use that name. Show that you're not taking it personally and you are not offended. So for example, if the narcissist was to say to you, you're so stupid and lazy, you might say, so let's see what stupid and lazy can prepare for dinner, shall we? Let's see what Fatty can do in getting this house in order. Throw it back at them. 4, you say to them when they rant, you are entitled to your own opinion of me, but my POV is different. And it's really cool if you were to say my POV or my do-re-mi or my whatever. Discombobulate them. 5 is when they're talking to you, telling you what you're not, what your family is not, how you're never going to be anything, say to them, and you're telling me this because, call them on it. Narcissists hate accountability. Get them to be accountable.
A simple test for narcissism. All we got to do is call someone out on their behavior, communicate a boundary, tell them no, or even simply disagree with them and see how they respond. Now, if they are narcissistic and we call them out, they might lose their minds. They might try to guilt and shame us. They might try to tell us that our boundaries are silly or ridiculous. In other words, they will flip the script back on us and gaslight us, and they will become emotionally volatile. If we tell them no, same thing. They might lose their minds and get all upset at us, tell us we're crazy for saying no, or even a disagreement where we have a different opinion, but they can't handle it because they need people to think just like them to reaffirm them. They don't have the security and the comfortability in their own skin to even tolerate differing points of view. That's the test.
Three signs that absolutely confirm that you're done with the narcissist. Number 1, when you no longer have a desire to pursue the narcissist for any reason whatsoever, whether that be for an explanation of why they treated you like they did, or why they are the way they no longer desire to reconcile with them. You no longer desire to hear their side of the story. You no longer desire their acceptance, their validation. You're no longer seeking them out to help you gain closure. So sign number 2 that you're done with the narcissist is that you're no longer interested in reinvesting in a toxic relationship. Sign number 3 that you're done, you're done with the narcissist is that you no longer make yourself emotionally available to them.